People, what's going on? Coach, Real Fight Doctor in the building. Just watched the Keith Thurman, Josecito Lopez fight. And the real takeaway is going to be very insightful for some of you. And looking into the rest of 2019, we're going to really give you high insight as to what Keith Thurman's skill set will bring to his next opponents, and we will break down exactly what happened in the fight, what you saw, what you did not see. But before I like to get started, I like to introduce myself. My name is Eric A. Bradley, aka The Real Fight Doctor, and there is no other on this level. Back to the topic at hand. Keith Thurman came in the ring totally conditioned tonight. There were several things and that I will point out to you guys so you understand exactly what we saw in Keith. He had legs. He brought conditioning. He used the ring well. He had angles. He ducked and dodged a lot of punches, so his reflexes was on point. Now, let me explain to you what I did not see. Midpoint in the fight, a little bit past midpoint, Josecito Lopez caught him with a right, dazed him. He kept the straight right. So what that told me is as he fatigued a little bit, he forgot that he must keep his head off the line. Now let me give it to you like this. If you haven't fought in 2 years, you know, you're not in the gym doing sit-ups and just push-ups. You know, you're getting hit in the face. Your brain's being shook by people who get paid to hit you in a professional manner, and what they do every single day of the week is strike something so they can hit you harder. So with that being said, it's not a big thing. You get caught with a guy in the face with a guy who's trying to get his career back. He has a great coach in his corner in Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia nearly upset the apple cart by coming out and unexpectedly leaving his daughter's birthday party just to be at the fight. Showed up in New York, so there's a whole new buzz in his corner. He's feeling this situation. You can take a punch to the face and you can position yourself to either weather the storm, which he was in a storm for well over a minute and a half. Josecito Lopez was on him. I think Josecito Lopez tonight could beat about anybody. He could upset about anybody. Don't get it twisted now. He's no world beater. He's not going to go in there and do that 3 months from now. That was just one of those nights you come, you got your A game. You can fight the best you can. That's the first 12-round fight he's had at welterweight. So, I mean, that he's made it to 12 rounds. But at the same time, you know, what he did with Keith Thurman, one thing that Thurman did not show is that he did not show the ring wherewithal to tie up when he first got hurt. He consistently moved left to right, round and round, angles. He never got off his bicycle the entire night. What's going on, family? Yeah, it takes a lot to become a world-class boxer. What does it take to become a professional football player that makes it to the Super Bowl? It takes a lot of years, man, and you can't get off your couch and do it. And nobody from the outside world can ever understand that, because when you're in the gym, I put a lot of videos out there, boxing videos and education, how do you master the science of your footwork and offensive skills, defensive skills, the peekaboo style, which just dropped today. It's an absolute savage 3-hour package of how to utilize the explosiveness of the peekaboo, the skill sets, the rhythms, the timings, the defense, the prowess, the offensive explosion. And we got a sector called the Peekaboo Punch Performance. If you haven't seen it, subscribe. Go right to my channel. It's at the very, very top today. So take a look at it, and you can see for yourself. Once you see that video, you'll understand the level we play it at. but it takes a lot to become a professional. It takes a lot to become an elite amateur. Consistency. And let me explain to you this. If you're asking, it's a good chance you're not really going to do it, because people who box, they box. They don't ask, they go do it. And that's the difference between guys who are going to make it and guys who are going to talk about making it. So I hope that gave you a little insight. But back to the fight. Keith Thurman took the shots. He didn't show me once he got a little tired that he remembered to take his head off the line. That's a problem. He took a lot of body shots tonight. Later, as the fight went on after the 8th round, he was getting hit to the body a lot more than he should have, because if that was Earl Spence hitting him to the body, good night, sweet prince. The other thing, like I said, you got to learn how to clinch. You got to learn how to walk forward. You can't just run the entire night. You punching while you moving, but you just moving too much. You got to learn how to get in here in the paint, rotate your shoulders, work on the inside, get in the box, turn them shoulders, rotate them elbows, control your guy by the hips. Learn how to press hip to hip, tap, work, under. You gotta get his respect. You know, hook and loop him, turn him, just little slights and feints. So what that showed me is that Keith Thurman, yes, he's just getting back into the game. He's been gone, but man, you got to try those things. This guy was just coming. Impression, and instead of twos at this level, these guys have been fighting. Errol Spence has been fighting. Crawford's been fighting. Sean Porter's been fighting. Garcia's been fighting. Them twos, it's not gonna keep them A-level fighters off. You can keep Josecito Lopez off. He's a C+, B- fighter. No, he didn't look impressive. He definitely didn't look impressive. The thing about it is, whenever you got a guy like that who has that kind of ring cachet, he uses it. And fighting's a lot tougher. So if you're saying things like that, you got to understand. It's easy. It looks a lot easier than it really is. It takes, I mean, we're in the gym 3.5, 4 hours. And you might see a 30-second clip, 2-minute clip that I put out here on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. And you're thinking, okay, I can do that, but you got to remember, we're in the gym 3 hours and 50-some minutes longer than that clip is, just on these drills that you're seeing out there. So it's a lot more. What you saying there? I missed that comment, man. Repeat that again if you get a second. But Thurman, one of the things that he missed was how you learn to walk forward and walk your man down. When you're fighting a bigger fighter, sometimes you got to be conscious enough to be and get into the eye of the storm, between his collarbones where you're safest. You go out here, you get caught out here, and that's what Thurman was doing. And you get in here and you get in the paint, you put them elbows and those arms up high, and you walk in and you and you learn how to use your body weight and shift and turn, guys. So I think, you know, this is a learning lesson for him. That one time, those guys, the dexterity at these 147, let me say it, Josecito Lopez was big. And I said it multiple times today, yesterday, the day before that. I said he's big. It's not like he's just going to go and knock this dude down. He dropped him early in the fight. Let me see. 50,000. Yeah, he did. He burned about 50,000 calories. He probably lost 7 pounds at least. He did make it. He fought, but you know you can't do that and throw twos. You got to you got to you got to add the mustard to it. Yeah, man, it's a tough time out there when you trying to get into the game and trying to get your feeling back. If he would have knocked him out in that second round, the end of it, he dropped him. And if he would have finished him, he wouldn't have really realized what he needed to work on. So it worked in his favor, actually, because now he's seeing what you got there. 2-year and layout. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, to do what he did and still survive and come back and still put on a show and come away with the majority draw, 113, somebody scored it. But, I mean, he won the unanimous decision. But you never know in boxing. That's why you got to learn how to get guys out of there. If you look at that, our Peekaboo punch performance download, the promo, it's up under this video right here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. You can see how we got specific techniques in working on getting a knockout, and you can see if you do it right, you don't have to have one punch dynamite, but what you will develop is you will develop the skill set and the techniques to break and chop any man down, take his will, and then you will soon become a knockout artist, understanding the right angles to hit the man, understanding the right number of punches to throw to put a man down, break his will. These things come from skill, but it also comes from fortitude. And I know Earl Spence is licking his chops. Danny Garcia licking his chops. Sean Porter, they're licking their chops. So he's talking about, I'm speaking of Keith Thurman, getting in there with Manny Pacquiao. You think he can do something with Manny Pacquiao? I'm not even going to talk about the other three guys. Can he do something with Manny Pacquiao? That's what he wants. So I'm sure Manny's probably looking at him, licking his chops as well. That's all I got for right now. This is Coach Eric A. Bradley, aka The Real Fight Doctor, dropping that knowledge, making sure you guys are caught up on what's really going down on the inside sport of boxing. What's up, fam? Yeah, he's a clever fighter, very clever. You don't get out of that fight if you're not clever. Just note that. It takes a lot of skill and ring wherewithal. He showed ring generalship like there was no other choice. Using the shoulder feints to shoulder turns, rotating the hips, turning the feet, you know, keeping the head off the line, except for that one round. He really, he learned a hard lesson, but he got rounds in that he needed. So like I said, I'm out of here until next time. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. What we do, we show you how fighters should eat, fighters should train, skill development, and we break the fight world down round by round. So if that's what you like, subscribe here. We always keep it quality. Family programming, no cursing. We out of here. Be blessed, Godspeed. Thurman, Lopez. It was a decent fight. Who do you guys want to see Thurman in with next? Drop it down in the comment box below. Thanks for tuning in. Be blessed, Godspeed. Peace.